everyone, it's Smooth Brain here, and today I'm going to show you some products from Diveroon Cosmetics. I think that's how you say it, Diveroon. If you know otherwise, please correct me in the comments. I have a palette here, a small palette, some highlighter, a single eyeshadow, some liquid water activated liners, as well as some face gems. Fun. So I figured we could start looking at palettes that really bring in that Halloween season. It's almost September and I really want to get a kickstart on Halloween. It's my favorite season. So let's look first at some of these interesting things that came in the package. Diveroon is, I believe, an American indie brand, and their tagline is cosmetics for those who love color, sparkle, magic, and mystery. And I'll link their site and their Instagram down below. Also, in this package, came as a bundle for $120, but you can also buy the items I'm going to show you separately. So first we have Diveroon Single Shadow Garnet. Look how pretty that is. Let's just swatch it real quick. Nice. It could be a one and done, actually, if you're into reds. You know, reds can look a little odd on some features, but I think they look great with really any color eye, blue, as well as green, and the hazel eyes look great with red. So it really brings out the green and the hazel. Now let me try to open this thing. This is the highlighter. And this highlighter is called Opal. It's a multicolor eyeliner. It's a multicolor highlighter. And let's do a swatch of that. Ooh, this is really pretty. It does have that opal look to it. It's multicolor, and we'll use that. We also have some water activated eyeliners. So let's look what they look like. Let me get a little brush here. A little brush. Yes, here's one. I'm going to wet my brush with some all-nighter matte setting spray. I believe this is a new one from Urban Decay. And I'm going to do a comparison of the old one versus the new one too. This is the matte version. So let's just spray my little brush to get a little bit wet. You could also just spray directly into the pan. So there's 4 greenish colors. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so there's the 4 green colors. It's the dark green. It's like a neon green, a gray green, and then another neon green, but it's more sparkly. So there you go. We'll be using that today. Then we have 2 eye palettes. So we'll do 2 looks, one with a small palette and one with the large palette. So the first palette is called Solstice. Solstice. Where did I get that from? Somber Soils. And that's the cardboard sleeve, and it's a cardboard packaging. And this is a kind of a neutral palette. This would be great for travel, and it does have a rosy red in there. Well, it's not really red, it's orange. So let's do a swatch of those. And I don't have the names of these. There's no names on them, but these are magnetic pans too, so Magnetic pans are always more expensive than non-magnetic pans just because of the manufacturing cost. But here are the colors. Let's do a swatch. I mean, that has everything you need. It's got an orange, a grungy green, a dark color, and a light color, so you're all set with that. And that's Somber Soils. Then, wait till you guys see this palette, because it's gorgeous! This is called Magnetic Mineralis. The sleeve matches the inside cardboard packaging. And, oh, it's got some of those little white dots on there, so let's take them off. It's funny, I was watching Amy Loves, and she was swatching something when she was pregnant, and she didn't realize the white dot was a white dot, and then she said, "Oh no, I have pregnancy brain," and it was so cute. So, it's nice they put the white dots on there, and if you're wondering what I mean, they're these little dots that protect your shimmers. They're so good. You do a good job. Look at this palette. It's my favorite colors, green and purples, just like the outside of the packaging. It matches those colors really nicely. The outside has a snake on it. And let's do some swatches of this because I am so excited about this palette. So, again, I don't see any names of the colors here, and they are magnetic pans. So we're just going to swatch across. There's a dark purple, a light purple, a green to gold with a silver background. Oh my god. And pink, and then a chocolatey brown. Look at this color. Oh my god, so good. So let's just swatch down my hand and arm. That's so pretty. I'm like a sucker for these shades. Okay, the next color looks like it might even be like a hollow. Let's see. It's a silver color with a little bit of a gold reflect. Then there's, oh whoa, there's one that has like a purple base and has gold and green and purple reflex. Then we have a chartreuse color that looks very neon, and grungy light green. So let's swatch those. Oh my god, that purple with the gold and green, I definitely want to use that one. They're really nice. And there's 15 shades in here, by the way. Look at that purpley one. It's so pretty. Okay. And next we have kind of a tannish chocolate color. Maybe a little bit more muddiness to it. We have a dark gray. We have a topper that's really silver but has a blue reflect. And then we have a tan that's very neutral and can be used in your crease. So check out this color here. Let's swatch those. Once again, my hand is just going to be covered in glitter. I'm going to put a little bit more of that one on there. These are pretty pigmented, really nice colors. Okay, we have two more colors. One looks like a black and one looks like a straight up silver with some maybe orange. Let's see. They have lots of, oh, it's got more of a green to it. It's very pretty. Okay. I'm going to swatch these here. Wow, that's a really pigmented black. I have to remember that for when I need a black. And the last color is very flaky, but you can smooth it out pretty easily and you can see the black. And that's silver. I don't even know how to describe that. It's gorgeous though. So, let's play with some makeup. I think I'm going to put a primer on my eye. I've noticed that, I said I wasn't going to use primer to test out eye palettes, but I've noticed that my eyes, they basically just start melting everything right away. So I'm going to use a primer. Okay, so I do have this primer. I don't know where it's from. It came in some kind of subscription box. It's called Pero Primero Primer, and it has a stickiness to it too. So let's just set my eyes up with that. Again, I like to put my primers on with my fingers, so. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do first? I think I'll work with the Somber Souls first. And I'm going to go into, these are all shimmers, by the way, but they're like not special shimmers, they're regular shimmers. So I think I'm going to go into this green first. Ooh, that's very much kicking up in the pan. And it's always fun to do an all shimmer look. I'm just going to put this in the outer corner. Blending with a big, big fluffy brush. Fluffy, so fluffy. It's like a green metallic with like a lot of silver undertone to it. So the green with the orange is going to look gorgeous because they're like opposite tones. Okay, let's just wipe that off and get some of that orange. Ooh, that's pretty too. I like the orange. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, I'm just going to clean off my brush and buff that. Whenever you want to buff things, you want to hold it by the end of your brush because it's actually going to be gentler and give you a more smooth blend. By the way, I don't have a code, but if you want to use a code, I would just recommend using Heather Austin's code, which is Heather, and that's really easy. Try that out. Or you can use Angeshka from Angelica Nyqvist. She usually has a code with most of these companies. And if they don't work, search for a code from one of your favorite creators, support them, and support the brand. It will be grand. Okay, and then I'm going to use this slate color here. And I'm going to put that along my lash line. Oh, that's very pretty. This isn't a look I'd usually do either, but it looks gorge. And let's put some underneath my eye for funsies. Nice. And then finally, we're going to use that silver color there, right here. And let's see how it looks in the inner corner. I'm going to actually go along the lash line here too. Nice. So there's the first look. I'll finish it up after we do the second look. And I'm also going to put on some other stuff to finish off the entire look. Oh, what am I going to use in this palette? It's so gorgeous. I love it so much. Okay. I think I'm going to start. I got to go into this purple here. And I'm going to use that in the crease. This light purple. Again, lots of kick up. And somehow I have sparkle on my eye already and I didn't even use anything on my eye with sparkle. How does that happen? Sparkle, sparkle. Okay. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see this a little closer too. These really blend out nice. They do have a lot of kick up, but gosh, they blend out nice. Let's try a green. I'm going to go with this grungy green here. And I'm going to put that here in the corner. You know, contrast is important in your eye looks, and you can get contrast a couple different ways. One is complementary colors, where you're using a cool tone and a warm tone, like on this eye, or you can use colors that are opposite on the color wheel, and green and red are opposite, but green and purple also kind of have different tones, so you can use them as complementary colors. And then, because I love this neon color so much, we're going to put that in on the lower lid and put it on the inner part. So you can also do it with light to dark, so you get contrast that way. But either do different colors or different tones. So if you're doing monochromatic, you definitely want a light one and a dark one. That's great. I'm going to put some more of this grunge here. I'm using the same brush for these two. And they kind of blend in naturally. Let's just take my purple brush, and we're just keeping this up here, and we're kind of keeping them separate so that they don't muddy each other up. Now for, I think I'm going to use this dark gray as lash line. And let's wing it out a little bit too. We'll make a messy wing. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be what you want. And I want this. Okay, and let me just make this a little bit blended in here. Now, what color do I want to use for shimmer? I mean, look at that look. You could just use that plain, like an all matte look. But let's use a shimmer, because I can't stand it. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to use this color right here. And I am going to use my fingy. Oh my god, that's so gorgeous. And you'll see the difference between what I mean like regular shimmers and special shimmers when you look at this eye versus this eye. See what I mean? See how pretty that is? And let's do an inner corner color. I need a little tiny brush. Little tiny brush. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty! Okay, there's really only one inner corner color unless you want to use this, which would be good. So let's use this one here. This white one. And then underneath, I'm also going to use this. Okay, that looks good. But wait a second, we still have these liquid liners, so let's try them out. I'm gonna use this color right here. And what I'm gonna do is put that, I'm gonna put that right on top of this. Let's spray it again. Looking pretty. We can also put that in my waterline. Just for an extra little pop there. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna put some blush and lipstick on because there's none in this kit. And I'll put my mascara and my eyebrows together. Come back and show you the final look. Okay, everyone, I'm back with the final look. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see this really good. And as you can see, I put on some mascaras and I put on some lipstick from ColourPop. I used the ColourPop Hydra Pop in 90s Babe. Yeah, 90s Babe, because it's like that brown color. And we used some blush from Singe Beauty. I love her blushes. They're so good. They're like a little bit shiny, which is nice. It's not sparkly. It's just got like a sheen to it. And this one is in... I want to say... Oh, it's here. It's in Risky Raisin. This is a really nice dark color, and you can use this with dark, deep skin tone as well. But because I like to be dramatic all the time, I have to wear it just plain. And I used some bronzer by Shades by Shan. And finally, we forgot, we have to put on this lovely, beautiful opal highlighter. So let's do that. And I'm just going to use my finger to put it on the high points of my cheekbone. Kind of don't really have high points of my cheek. Oh, that's very pretty. Because I got such a round face. And I used a couple of those gem things too. They're fun. Look at that. That's pretty. it's multicolor without being like crazy. You can build this up if you want it to really shine, or, you know, like go a little bit on the side. It's beautiful. And let's see. Last thing, we didn't try this one, so let's just plop that on top of our first look and see what it looks like. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Look at that. It goes perfect with that palette. Then I could just fix my hair. And by fix my hair, I mean make it messy, because that's the way I like to wear my hair, messy. And maybe we'll put on a little bit of One Size powder to finish things up. I have this pink powder by him. It's nice. And it's got a little protective lid and everything. So let's just put some powder on. I think I'm going to do a beauty battle between Patrick Starr and Patrick Ta. The Patrick battle. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up within the next month. Okay, so here's the final look. I actually love it. Even though it's two different colors, two different looks, I would wear either of these anytime. I love the greens and the purples in the magnetic Mineralia. I guess Diavaroon likes to make her things a little tricky to pronounce, but that's fine. Again, I'll put everything in the description. Feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, whatever you like. And I'll see you in the next one. Remember, don't be sad, be happy. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye!